Yeah, this article says rising STEM research demands revitalize education. You know what STEM is?
It's basically science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Yeah, engineering and mathematics. So that research demands are rising, and so they're trying to find out how will revitalize education and all that.
And why is that? Why do they want a change in the educational system?
Bro, STEM research in India is super low. Like India does zero research. India puts zero money into research. They're just providing people to basically understand these things and understand concepts that this, go apply it in different places, go get some job. Max. All the people who are into research in India are very few. Firstly, secondly, funding infrastructure is too less. Thirdly, equipment is not there. Basically, yeah, all of this. And bro, our companies also invest very less into R&D. Our whole country only as a whole, we invest nothing, almost close to nothing. Just type R&D investment as percentage of GDP or something. India.
So India's investment in research and development is low compared to global standards. India's R&D investment as a percentage of GDP is 0.64 percentage, which is lower than global average, which is 1.79. There are some other G&D investment statistics in India. Private sector contribution. The private sector's contribution to India's R&D is 36.4%, which is lower than the 77 and 75% contributions in China and US.
Yeah, look at that.
Not even half. Okay, half. Okay, not even half.
Bro, how does it matter? It doesn't matter.
Central government contribution. So central government contributes around 43.7% to India's R&D. So yeah, government is doing more.
Bro, that's what's written here. So basically, government also started recently they started announcing a lot of money for different initiatives and all. Large sums of money announced for initiatives such as quantum computing, cybersecurity, or artificial intelligence could go underutilized in the absence of a qualified talent. If there's no qualified talent to like use that fund and like basically do some research, it's pointless. But for quantum computing, India has been like working a lot, and even for like silicon, basically chips and all, manufacturing semiconductors and everything. For that also research, they're trying to put in some money. Cybersecurity, they're putting in some money. AI, every country is putting in money. All of this they're trying right now. But yeah, so here they speak about quality of training is an issue. The root cause lies in the quality of training in teaching institutions. Many faculty members are products of their own institutions and are often pressurized to chase papers and patents for their colleges to maintain their rankings, often at the expense of scholarship and pedagogy. This results in poor quality graduates with a domino effect on industry standards, research output, and faculty quality. So what he's telling is basically most of the faculty members,
they are products of their own college.
Yeah, have basically studied in their own college, did PhD there, that, this, and then they're like, okay. And then they chase number of patents, number of research papers published by that department, by them, that this, so that their college can maintain that ranking and stay there. But it's pointless basically. Premier institutes such as the IITs, the Indian Institutes of Information Technology, the National Institute of Technology, the Indian Institutes of Science, Education and Research, so basically IITs, IIITs, NITs, ISER, IISc, and other centrally funded institutions recruit about 5% of India's undergraduate students. For instance, IIT Bhubaneswar admits fewer than 60 students annually for its computer science program. In comparison, the private KIIT University admits over 2,000 students a year for the same discipline. It's like PS only, bro. PS, you have like what?
All these private institutes.
600, 700, 800,000 people who are studying computers only in one batch.
Every year.
Yeah. Similar comparisons can be made between IIT Madras and private institutes such as SRM and VIT. This means almost all the students in the pipeline to industries and research institutions come from colleges where 95% of the students study.
Okay.
The first idea is to stop ranking teaching institutions and their faculty members based heavily on research output such as papers and patents. India, unfortunately, is a country with a large presence of predatory outlets. As a result, limited resources are diverted from improving pedagogy to producing low quality research, further degrading student learning outcomes. Ranking teaching institutes separately based more on their teaching quality could alleviate some of this pressure. What they're telling is basically, bro, all the institutions and all, let's say, just for the sake of basically just putting out one research paper under this professor, under this citation, that this, all that, they'll just do some ass research. Yeah. Some
And then-
ass research. Okay?
And they themselves will rank it.
No. Like it, so the research won't be much of like, let's say, there'll be one main paper and some guy's done like some crazy research. Like, I'll just give an example, okay? For example, okay, this granite slab only. This granite slab has these many compositions, like let's say these many different materials are there.
Texture, okay.
Yeah, these are different compositions.
Okay.
Like basically, it's made of these many materials. Let's say some 100 materials are there. In that, one guy would have studied about some, like, you know, the top 15, top 20 of them, and the rest will be kind of useless. So they won't really go on much about it. So these guys, what they'll do is, they'll be like, oh, I'll study one more component. This study one component, and then they'll put out one research paper. Oh, look, this is the research we've done. This is the thing they've put out, which is of very less significance because top 20, top 15 is already done long ago. And these guys are just like, you know, beating about the bush, trying to find something like that. So that's what he's selling. But that, they're doing it majorly because it affects their college's ranking. In this NIRF ranking, no?
So
Every single year that comes out.
So yeah, the number of research papers which come out for every college per year matters. And just to keep up the standards, they do these.
Keep up the numbers.
Yeah, keep up the
standards
numbers.
are low.
Keep the numbers.
Yeah. They do this.
Okay.
So NIRF ranking, bro. Just type NIRF ranking and type criterias.
So the first one is teaching, learning and resources, research and professional practice, graduation outcome, outreach and inclusivity, and then perception. So this is basically what they.
Yeah. You saw the second one, no? Research and.
Yeah, research and professional practice.
Yeah. So that, to increase the numbers for that.
They do this.
Yeah, they do this in many institutions. So here he says, change focus. Until the quality of students entering the pipeline improves, faculty at teaching institutions should focus more on pedagogy and less on research. While this may reduce research output in the short term, it will significantly enhance the quality of education and research in the long term. So basically, he's telling that the quality of education from your first standard to, like, you know, the college that should be improved first.
Yeah.
Before, like, you know,
Research.
increasing like the quality of like research, all that, less on research, because those are the students who have gone through that only who'll end up doing some research later on.
Yeah.
So he's like, just go to the root of the problem. This is the root of the problem.
And you know what is given here? So they are given the total score of each criteria. So the first one is research productivity, and its score is 40%. It's the highest.
So 40% out of 100% is given to just research things. So why don't you think they'll find the 29th material in some granite
and then it's teaching, learning, resources, and all that.
Yeah, that's what's up. Explore joint agreements. The second idea is for research institutions to establish joint degree agreements with teaching institutions. These agreements should be stronger than one-off workshops or outreach programs. For instance, top performing students at teaching institutions could spend their final 2 years in the research institutions receiving a hyphenated degree, bearing the insignia of both institutions. Nice. You know, if you're top in your college or whatever, so you should be given a chance to go to some other, like some NIT, IIT, and do research for 2 years and get their degree also attached to your degree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, only for doing your research. Because obviously, if you're academically inclined only, you'll end up doing research. Otherwise, you want to...
and basically help their college.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It is. And it's like joint agreements.
Yeah.
Between colleges. It's collaboration and all that. Nicely, they're bursting crackers. I just want to see examples. For instance, select third year civil engineering students from NIT Surat, spend their final year at IIT Bombay, and are automatically admitted to the MTech program. Similar student transfer programs exist between community colleges and research intensive universities in the United States, significantly improving both access and quality. Makes so much sense. But yeah, just type number of, like, you know, research papers published in India?
So India published 1.3 million academic research papers between 2017 to 2022. but they're ranked 4th in the world for research output.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, give me more numbers.
India's research output is 4th in the world, behind China, United States, and United Kingdom. Growth rate, basically India's scientific and engineering publications grew at an average annual rate of 10.7% from 2008 to 2018.
That is fine. These guys, that's what they're doing. They're reducing quality of...
They're reducing quality just to produce more. So they've given numbers of other countries also. So China's is basically 4.5 million. United States 4.4 and United Kingdom 1.4 million. India's is 1.3.
You also do that, or that?
I also research.
To become some PhD and all. You should become a professor. You become a professor.
I thought of it actually, I actually thought of it. Let's just become a teacher. Let's just become a teacher.
The teacher is different. You have to
Not professor, teacher. Professor, too much work. Too much to study. So PhD. So yeah, there is no good PhD holders like excellent. There are very few.
What do you mean?
See, for you to get a PhD certificate, you're supposed to do research on your subject, no? So that is basically again beating the bush.
I mean, you like the bush, so you're beating it. You're like,
My God.
That's why you're there. That's why they've chosen the subject, whatever.